All right, guys, complete the do now. Okay, so does anybody know at least one of the three types of rocks? Joffer?
Sedimentary.
Sedimentary rock. Good. Anybody got something else? Joffer again.
Metamorphic.
What's that?
Metamorphic.
Metamorphic. And you want to go for the third? Igneous. So there are three types of rocks: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. And they are separated into the three categories based on how they form. All right. I'm not going to get into how they form right this second because that's what you're going to do today. So what are some uses for rocks? They're extremely useful. We use them every day. Countertops, right? Is that what you said? Okay, what's a countertop made out of? Granite, which is a type of igneous rock. All right. What else? Besides countertops? What's that? Okay, flooring, good. Yes, they could be used in tools. Also, statues, buildings, right? They all use rocks. All right, so I'm going to show you two video clips. The first one is on the Statue of Liberty. So please just pay attention. There we go.
Statue of Liberty is a symbol of the friendship and alliance between France and the United States. A lot of immigrants who came into Ellis Island went by it, and I'm sure that they told stories to their family and it's been handed down.
Yeah. Where is he? Okay. No problem.
Bartoli did his research. He came up with a Roman goddess named Libertas, which led to her original name, which is Liberty, enlightening the world. It's only in 1924, and she became a national monument, that she became known as the Statue of Liberty. The thickness of the copper is 2.5 millimeters, which is this thickness right here. The statue was originally what copper color would be. Over the years, it started going to the first stage of oxidation. Right around 1900, she was starting to turn green. And by the time of the 50th anniversary in 1936, she was mostly green.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
Eiffel, being a bridge builder, knew that things had to have some give to them, or they're going to break and fall down. She can move 3 inches right or left during hurricane force winds. The right arm and torch can move up to 5 inches. So when that superstorm Sandy came through, she stood there tall and proud and waved at Sandy. talk about is her right foot. And they built her in Paris, and then when they assembled her here in 1886, workers went in and out of that sole, so it was one of the last places to be closed up. That's an American woman, shoe size 879. So she got big feet. Goes along with her 35-foot waist that she has there. Under that left foot are the shackles and chains of slavery and oppression that are being crushed. And that's when it shows part of her symbolism, which is she's taking you out of the darkness of slavery and oppression, and with that torch held high, leading you into the light of liberty and freedom.
Okay, so one thing I want to point out is that the base of the Statue of Liberty, which it is placed on, is made up of granite. All right, and you're going to need to know that for something I want you to figure out as we go throughout the week. So, next video I want to show you is on the Sphinx, another monument.
The Great Sphinx of Giza. This ancient sculpture is unsurpassed in its scale and ambition.
Never before had anything like this been seen in Egypt. No colossal statue this size, this scale existed.
Egyptian stonemasons cut the Sphinx from limestone bedrock more than 4,000 years ago, most likely to honor the great pharaoh Khafre. Historians believe the human features of the Sphinx are a direct likeness of the pharaoh himself. But over thousands of years, the harsh desert wind has sandblasted Khafre's carved features away, leaving just a few tantalizing clues as to how the sculpture originally looked. The deep cuts in the face are chisel marks, left by vandals who chopped off the nose. Based on other statues of the time, this is what the nose may have looked like. Stone fragments found between the paws are clues that the Sphinx had a beard. Traces of paint behind the ears could mean that it used to wear heavy makeup. And what looks like hair is actually a regal headdress, framing the immortal face of the god king Khafre himself. But one big question remains unanswered. Why did Khafre put his face on the body of a lion? The ancient world had never seen an animal-human hybrid quite like it before.
Usually, statues in ancient Egypt are comprising a human body with an animal head, so they're usually that way round, rather than in the case of the Sphinx, where we've got a lion's body with Khafre's human head on top.
Egyptologist Lydia McKnight believes cats had special religious meaning to the Egyptians, and that perhaps Khafre put his head on a lion to impress his cat-mad people.
All right, so the reason I'm showing you these two videos is at the end of the rocks unit, you're going to be required to write up a proposal based on evidence. So you only have enough money to save one of these monuments, right? Either the Statue of Liberty or the Sphinx. So you had to get a little background history on the significance of these symbols, right? So because that has to play a part in your decision. But you also have to know, you have to be able to determine by the end of the rocks unit which monument is in more danger of erosion. And basically, why do rocks wear away? It's due to erosion by wind, erosion by water, right? So you have to determine, well, which one is at has a bigger chance of going through bad erosion. And you need to know about the type of rock in order to make that decision. Because once you know the type of rock and what it's made up of and how strong it is, then you can make an informed decision. But when you make the decision, you have to back it up with the evidence that you collected. Okay? All right. So the assignment for today, it's on Google Classroom, introducing you to the 3 types of rocks. Now, you're going to fill in, wait, don't start yet because I want to go over the instructions. You're going to fill in everything that is yellow. So it says here on the first page for igneous rock observation, observe the rocks. This is igneous too. There are 2 different types of igneous rocks, extrusive and intrusive. The reading below will tell you the difference between the 2. Here is more yellow boxes to fill in. Now, what I want to point out also is you see how the heading is in blue? If you click on it, it'll bring you to a video on that type of rock. All right, that'll further assist you in answering these questions. All right, so again, igneous rock, then you have one for sedimentary, and then metamorphic. Over here, where you guys, not next year, because you're taking a living environment, but in 10th grade, you'll be taking earth science. And this is the earth science reference table that they use in high school. So, in the high school course. So you're going to answer the 2 questions based on this reference table. All right. So it's giving you on this reference table, like the first question here says, what type of metamorphic rock forms from limestone? All right. There's the type of metamorphism. We're looking for limestone over here. Where did I see it? I saw it before. Where did I see it? Oh, did I go there? No. I'm reading through it. There it is, right there. So what type of rock forms from that? Marble. All right, marble is a type of metamorphic rock, which is also another type of rock that's used to build statues. Any questions? All right, so you may get started again, like with everything else. Please make sure you turn it in when you're done.